Another date story, a recent one. And for some crazy reason, don't ask me why, but you guys love to hear my dating stories. You like to hear the bad ones. I mean, the crazy ones, the nutty ones. And this one's not too nutty, but this is just another crazy story in my life. So I'm going to tell you this one, and it's a nice one. I guess it's one of those love stories that went wrong, and in a nice way. So be prepared. So sit back, relax, maybe get a cup of coffee like I've got right here, and listen to the story. So, my life is good, and you all know that. I mean, how many people do what I do and enjoy life the way I do? Not many. So I got to tell you a crazy story, and this happened just a couple months ago, just about 2 months ago, and maybe even longer now, maybe 3 months. I'm not even sure myself now, but it was one day, and it was a Friday night, and I was with a good friend of mine, and he and I just said, hey, you know what? There's a new hotel that just opened up. Well, it's open for a while now. It's called the Moxie, and on Washington in South Beach, and I said, let's go over there for a cocktail, see what it's all about. So we did, and sat down at the bar. Next thing you know is a very, very stunning blonde came over and said, what can I get you folks? And my friend said vodka, like he always does, vodka and soda. And I looked at her, and I'm not much of a drinker, which if you guys ever listen to me, you'll know that. I mean, if somebody's going to pour me a 1942, I say yes. But for the most part, I really don't drink that much. But anyway, so I'm sitting there, and I looked at her, and I said, I don't know, surprise me. And she looked, and she started to laugh. She goes, are you serious? I said, yeah, surprise me. She goes, okay. Well, she came over with a drink called an Old Fashioned. Now, I don't know if you guys know what an Old Fashioned is, but I had no idea. I mean, I remember my parents. I mean, this goes back 200 years ago. I remember my parents, would they go to a restaurant, and my father would order an Old Fashioned. I had no idea what it was, but anyway. But you know how when you feel that vibe, that fantastic vibe like that, it's called chemistry. And you know the word, chemistry. So I just felt it. And I mean, I didn't say anything. I didn't, do my normal routine of, wow, what's your name? Where are you from? Etc. I just sat back and, the next thing you know is all of a sudden she comes by with a drink. And I take the drink and I start drinking a little bit. And there's a lot of people, a lot of pretty girls at this place. And, I mean, it was just one of these, it was a Friday night, and everybody's there and everybody's having a good time. And all of a sudden she comes over to me, and about 10 minutes later, and she said, how's the drink? I said, this is great. I said, I got to order this more often. She goes, well, why don't you come here more often? I said, well, now that I know you're here, I certainly will. And she had a big smile on her face from ear to ear. And I'm saying to myself, wow, this may be too good to be true. Listen, I mean, seriously, guys, as well as I do. You go out to a bar, you don't expect these things to happen, but you always dream that they will happen, that some girl's going to fall madly in love with you, you're going to fall madly in love with them, and the rest becomes history. But it just doesn't happen, for the most part. And you're sitting back here right now, scratching your head and saying to yourselves, geez, maybe it's happened to you. I don't know. I hope so. I know it's happened to me. So, this girl, she's, very, very sweet, and she goes about her business. And I notice all these guys are hitting on her. And she's basically being polite, but ignoring them. But she keeps looking at me. And I'm like, wow, what's going on here? And then, of course, I'm saying to myself, oh, maybe she recognized me from the show Marrying Millions. And that does happen to me all the time. I mean, everywhere I go, people are constantly saying, I know you from somewhere. And I start laughing, and I know what it is, but I don't say anything. Anyway, next thing you know is I finished the drink, and she said, can I get you another? I started smiling, big smile, and I said, nah, I'm not sure if I really want another right now. She said, have another one. She goes, I want to loosen you up. Okay. Now, have you ever had a girl say that to you? Okay. So I get another one. The next thing you know is we have the cocktail, and I'm drinking it, and all of a sudden she comes over back to me again with a little piece of paper. She goes, "Here's my number." She wrote down a piece of paper with her name, of course. "Call me." Okay. Well, the next day I text her, and I said I was thrilled meeting you, absolute thrill, and I'd love to see you again. And remember, I told you she was stunning. I'm very, very picky about the women I'm with, and it's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I used to own a strip club, and who knows, whatever it is. I went to an all-girls college. You'd know all this stuff if you read my book, Drugs and Roses. Okay, but on Amazon. But whatever it is, I'm very picky. So, but this girl was just like on the top. So the next thing you know is I text her. I said, "Hey," I said, "it was great meeting you." And the text would followed with, "Let's get together. I'd love to see you sometime." She immediately texts back, "I would love it. Here's my schedule. I'm free such and such day." Well, it was 2 days later, and I said to her, "Let's do something." So we went to a small restaurant. Nothing elaborate, nothing exciting. It's just a normal thing. We had a nice time. And the next thing you know is she came on to me, I came on to her, and we just had the vibe, we had the chemistry. It was fantastic. And before you know it, we're back in the boat, and we're down in my bedroom, and everything's great. We're having the time of our lives. And the next day, she goes to work and comes back to the boat that night after work, and we're having so much fun. This went on for about a month. Well, here's the situation, and here's my situation. After about a month of this, and we're going out and having a good time. And I lay low with this stuff. I don't show people what I'm doing. I try not to. It just isn't right for me to show all this stuff to people. So I'm being very cautious about it. And the next thing you know is all of a sudden, about a month goes by, and we're having the time of our lives. And all of a sudden, she says, "I'm in love with you." You got it? Well, let me tell you something. I am not ready for somebody to be in love with me right now. And have you ever been in this position where you're just not ready for it? Okay? I am just not ready. I'm out having fun. I'm having a good time. If I have a relationship that, it's a good relationship, but I'm not looking for love. Got it? So, what happened? The next day, I text her, she texts me, "What are we doing tonight?" I said, "I'm busy tonight. I'm busy tonight, tomorrow, and the next day." And I made a stupid little excuse, but it was true. I mean, I was doing a shoot, and I could have fit her in there, but I was hesitant. Make a long story short, I ended the relationship. Just ended it. And why? Because when you're not ready for something, you just don't want to do it. And you can't do it. I'm the type of person who I have to be ready for something. And I don't know if you guys are. But I'll tell you something, I think it's very, very good when you're honest with yourself. And I am so honest with myself, it's amazing. And I'm telling you that right now. So for all you people who have listened to this whole dating conversation, am I honest with myself? Yes. Am I ready for something right now? Yeah, well, I'm getting there. If you know what I'm saying. I'm getting there. I'm almost tempted to get back in the water. Not yet, though. So if you're wondering why I'm out here in the hot, blazing sun, I have a shoot today. A photo shoot. And I'm trying to look tan. I should be, since I live in Miami Beach. Folks, have a great time, everybody. I hope you enjoy my stories, and I've got a lot more, I promise you. But read my book. You'll read some of these stupid, crazy stories of mine. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.